right. Please turn your attention to the screens.
I know the truth about Benghazi. I was there, fighting alongside 5 Americans who were all raised to believe that if you have a chance to save someone's life and you don't try, that's more criminal than anything else. So we fought for 13 hours and we saved lives. But we are not unique. We are no different than the Americans who ran back into those crumbling New York towers, or the Americans who tackled the armed terrorists on that French train, or the many faceless, nameless Americans who every day risk their lives for perfect strangers, trapped in burning cars or dangerous waters. Because if they didn't, no one would. Where was that courage among the politicians who had the power to make a difference during those 13 hours in Benghazi? I am the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm freedom's safest place.
That story's written in a book that's also become a major motion picture. 13 hours, the inside account of what really happened in Benghazi. Every American needs to read it and then see it. Friends, the word hero gets thrown around a lot these days, but I'm proud to introduce 2. Please join me in welcoming Mark Oz Geist and John Tig Teagan.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's America's safest place? NRA is America's safest place. Thank you all. Thank you. You know, we've heard a lot of talk about the people who are qualified or not qualified to be president. Hillary had said something about her qualifications. Well, we've been on the side of the decisions that she makes or doesn't make. You know, because of that, we lost 2 close friends. We had to bring them home draped in caskets because of the decisions she makes. Is that who we want for president? I don't think so. We're a country that fought before in 1775 to overcome someone who didn't want to abide by the rule of law. And we have to do that again now, because she thinks she's above the law. She thinks that the law doesn't apply to her, and she doesn't want to abide by that.
Go ahead. I guess I get to talk. Kind of give you a rundown if you guys don't know the story of Benghazi. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do, but you know, 9/11/2012, the U.S. consul came under attack, and we lost a U.S. ambassador, Sean Smith, the communications officer, and you know, that was actually the 3rd time that a consulate got attacked, and even then, all the requests for extra security, Hillary, you know, she's got her security. I guess she needed it more than they did. But so, you know, we went over there. We rescued 5 remaining State Department guys that were still alive. We repelled another assault on the consulate. Came back. You know, we had Sean Smith's body. We couldn't find the ambassador, and we had to repel 3 other attacks off of our compound. And during the whole time, you know, the administration, I guess, decided we didn't need any support, and you know, it's kind of left the military, you know, hanging dry, and even though they're ready to come. And you know, the last attack, 8 hours into it, 4 mortars got launched, killed Tyrone Woods and Glid Doherty, and injured Oz and Dave Ubben. And you know, if it wasn't actually for the local Libyans, we never would have got out of Benghazi, because, you know, the support, U.S. assets, was never coming. Just kind of gives you a quick background, and, you know, her decision-making, instead of her staying up and being a leader, she went to bed. So I guess maybe should have called her at 3 in the morning instead of 7 in the evening.
Good one, good one.
And a good leader isn't scared to tell the truth, even if it's right or wrong, even if they made a bad decision, good decision. But the fact is, to me, I just don't think they knew how to make a decision. You know, the guys are ready to go. DOD contacted them, said they're spinning up, ready to go, and they got crickets. So, you know, I really don't want an incompetent leader as my president, but that's just me.
You know, we hear a lot about who we're going to vote for, who should be there. And as John said, and as we know from personal experience, we know who shouldn't be there. And we got to put our differences aside. Like that night, there was over 24 people in our compound. We weren't all of the same political beliefs, didn't all have the same ideological views or the same religious views. But when faced with a threat for our lives,
we did use the same bathroom.
we came together. We came together to overcome what was there. And we were faced with an evil that night that wanted to take our way of life. And again, I think it's not that much difference in this election, because we are faced with someone who wants to take our very way of life away from us. And we need to stand up, we need to come together, and we need to fight for that. Are we going to fight for that? Thank you very much. Thank you, NRA. Thank you for having us. Thank you, America.
We will make America great again.